Sports College Football. Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Give to the back. Breaks into the open. Picks up the first down. They bring him down with a big play. Will move the sticks. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long. With players like that getting after him.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, not a lot the defense can do on that play. They got a curl route. They're playing zone coverage. Everybody got dropped to their spots correctly, but that was just way too much velocity on that throw. They didn't have a chance to break that one.
Tagged out of the air. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Makes the grab. It's caught. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? Finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, first and goal. On the option. Now the toss. Touchdown, Aggie! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And I love this offense and the way they started this football game. Listen, last week we nailed, okay? Forget last week. Nice job coming out, setting the tone in this ball game, putting a long drive together, and getting a touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be calling on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. See how the D reacts. Power football with the run. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Ryan downfield. Powers through. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the back. He's got it. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
The Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run slant.
He makes a catch in the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina.
Really nice job by the quarterback there, just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. That's exactly what happened.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks.
Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Nothing the Aggies love more than saying howdy with a strong running game.
Yeah, how do you like that first down? How do you like that ground game? Like, that's what they've got to be built on. They got to have that toughness. When the Aggies have that toughness is when you see that their best teams are competing at a high level.
He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He wants to change this route. That's caught. It's caught. There to make the stop, but they used it back in the passing game to pick up the first down. Texas A&M going up tempo. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
They're dealing with a second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got the back over the middle.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
And the Aggies line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this run.
The Aggies with a second and short to keep this drive moving. The play action fake. He hurls one deep down the left side. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability in that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive feat.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and the points come on a pass from 39 yards out. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Going right to work up top. Looking to the big tight end. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Firing to the right, complete. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Quarterbacks are just like anybody else. They get in rhythms. And to get in a rhythm early on third down and have a little success here and get the sticks moving, great chance to continue to get this offense moving down the field to get some more points.
And the Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Release to the back. Fires up. Oh, now it's picked off.
That's how you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
Give to the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
And the Aggies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to go up top. They've got the screen set up. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the 2nd level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Beats it, fires complete. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And And of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third
No,
down.
I like the spicy sausage. I liked it. You did good.
The open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you
You
want to find a guy
did
that you
good.
have great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard
What, Fran?
line. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. In the red area is Cobb. Powers through the defender. He rumbles all the way to the 5.
My favorite biscuits of gravy, probably what you just fucking made. These good, delicious.
And right here, just chews up another first down, gives
Ooh,
you
I don't
another
know.
chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play. And it's now the second time this
I mean,
wide
there's,
receiver has scored.
but there is biscuits of gravy with it. There's biscuits underneath the country fried steak. And I get the country lady.
So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass.
No, I mean, I love it. It's gotta be cooked right. I mean, bacon and eggs are great. Country fried steak's delicious. Are you asking why I like it?
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you
Yeah, they were delicious. She was fantastical, some would say.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Oh, the bacon.
Mark came out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
Yeah, but
The Tar Heels come to the line on 3rd and
I
short.
didn't see who anybody.
Here. Sends it back in motion. From the gun on 3rd down. Makes the catch. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They were really hopeful he
What,
could
Fran?
make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little
No, no.
It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really.
Oh my God. How do you not drop it?
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. We wind inside 4 minutes to play in the half. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the middle. Got his man. There he goes.
Any pass interference?
And he'll take this into the end zone and hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Ready to try the point after.
I was there. I gotta make plays.
The extra point. They're down a touchdown. 21-14. A very efficient 5-play score.
You gotta make plays, Fran and Nick.
Sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score.
She loved the football. She liked the football.
On the move from inside his 5. Just never
Ooh.
had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought
No. Need to get like 3 scores up. I don't know either.
give to the back. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentage.
Getting sleepy.
It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting it second and short, not a good job by this defense.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Still on his feet at the 45. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
Into the secondary on the right. He's finally stopped at one
No,
down
good night, bub.
at the 15.
spots. He can make people miss. He's got a bevy of moves. Way to generate the explosive play.
Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
Oh.
Sometimes as an offense, you like run plays, and you like running it right into the teeth of the plays. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat on a hat, and they were able to crease that defense.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Is that how you feel?
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks, and make
When he loads up like that, he's very vulnerable.
Take a shot at it on 1st and goal.
Oh, you got a block, you little bitch.
He decided not to hand it off on that RPO. Defense, great job taking the throwaway, now setting up 4th.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Just drives it between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So after putting 3 on the
You can
board,
clean them.
the team is out there ready to put it away.
I'm ready for the
From inside
screens.
his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. It's a draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space.
Snags it down the right side. Open space. Touchdown, UNC. He found some open space.
All right, dude. Roses curl out right.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he
Stretch the
keeps his eyes
situations.
downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. How about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you can tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. First play of the drive, lost and throw. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the
Well,
first
Bubba.
down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Short throw to the sideline, complete, and he'll pick up the first down.
At the pace this guy's going at right now, this could be a record-setting type day. This could be a game for the ages for this dude. He already has 2 touchdowns, picks up that first down. This is still the first half, guys. What is this guy capable of doing in the rest of the game? We're going to find out.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
Was
Nice pickup
not
on the
throw.
return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're
That's
in
it.
business.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start.
Time to change now on 2nd and long. Throws for the tight end. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit, and when they get hurt, and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's not quite going to make it to the sticks. It'll be 4th down from the 36. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal.
Missed it.
The official
Let's
says
go.
no good. And after
Let's
the
go.
down by a field goal.
Just not enough leg on that kick. He wasn't able to clear the crossbar.
They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got his man on the right. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a 1st down. Throws for the end zone. Touchdown, Texas. They run it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the 1st half.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20.
Jeez, Fran. What?
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, that's disappointing for the offense because that's a play that you rep all week long in practice. You should be able to hit that one no problem. The QB receiver couldn't come up with a completion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. This time on target. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used
Let's go. Go for it.
their physical pass defense. It brings
Go
up
for it. Go for it. Go for it.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball and force the incompletion.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the 1st down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th.
Do it. Just didn't, man.
We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted a 1st half turnover can swing momentum. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. just enough time for one final play of the half. Might be changing the route. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Might be looking to run. He throws back to the left side. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. And sort of an ugly first half, honestly, but the deficit's still manageable if they want to wrap up this season with a bowl win.
This is a team I know that takes a lot of pride, and I'm sure at halftime in the locker room, Dave, there was some shouting going on. They need to get themselves motivated and ready to go, because they're not out of this game.
Yeah, and when you get that shouting and you get the quarreling amongst each other and you get some motivation, you need something good to happen early. This first possession, get the football, go make something happen. Great.
Yes. Pass to 30. The 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
Sure, the tackle on it breaks 3 tackles.
And also the
Crazy.
anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll start the return inside the spot. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. He lets it fly. Intercepted, just what the defense is not toward. Taking it the other way. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off.
Got some room. Touchdown, North Carolina. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense.
From the gun, the ground game. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
They bring him down behind the line of scrimmage, and now he'll have to go back to work to get over 100 yards again for the day. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, the defense just has not had an answer for this guy working out of the slot so far. Man coverage has been tricky. He's beaten them in zone. You might want to think about bracketing him where you've got a defender on the outside and the inside to see if you can force the quarterback to go somewhere else with the ball.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Man, oh man, am I upset at my offensive line to give up penetration that fast? Man, we blinked and missed it.
Hey, he barely got the ball. He just got destroyed immediately. What a great play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Gets it to him on the screen. Turning it on. Big pick up on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. Plays like that with just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
The Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it's still a positive game.
Just keep swinging it. With the catch, it's Cobb. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Great job by the running back here on that 3rd down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these 3rd down type plays to move the sticks.
Fires to the middle. Finds a tight end. Touchdown, Aggies! And they take it in for 6 more points. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. Got to find a way to make his quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And he made the extra point without problem. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on their last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. He's got him wide open. All out of space. He's at the 10. And he strides his way over the end zone. Touchdown, UNC.
I'm a play caller nowadays, man. I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. That's exactly what happened.
From the gun, running back on the move. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got a man in the middle. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Complete to the left. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to throw on 1st down. He'll throw it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Unleashes one deep. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
How about the day for this young fella? That's a 4-game stretch. Nope, 4 touchdowns in 1 game. He has been the focal point of this offense, and he has not disappointed.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Looking to... It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. And they can't make the connection, and 3 quarters are in the books as we head to the 4th. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
The run from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
Not at all. Great job by the defense getting the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to go.
He's going to fire deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. And the Tar Heels will call on their punt team. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out.
Dashing the knee on the right. And he slipped through the crowd, and Hill has it. Touchdown, Aggie.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there in that touchdown catch.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys playing with excellent instinct, running down the hill and making it tackle.
Quickly to the tight end. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on fourth down.
The Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field. Back open the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Second down coming up. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tar Heel.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football. And we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. They'll line up for a second down play. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football, knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, third and long coming. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
This is just unreal. I mean, he just continues to stack up numbers now. Almost to 500 yards on the day. Most people can't do that on air. He has been hitting his wide receivers left and right, putting up huge yards.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. Oh, he's got some space. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And a late opportunity to grab the lead here. A touchdown would be huge. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the score. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
Well, the offense and special teams did their job, right? Here late in the 4th quarter, they put themselves now in position to win this game. It all comes down to the defense. Can they deliver? If they get the stop, they win this game.
They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got a man. It's Cobb. There he goes. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
That's caught. It's Cobb. He stepped out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Finds his tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Offense set on 1st down. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Oh, he makes the catch. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, guys, 4th quarter, you're trailing. You know that they're going to be throwing the ball and trying to be aggressive and try to climb back into this one. Couldn't come up with it there on 2nd down. Let's see what happens on 3rd.
That's reeled in. It's Cobb. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. A&M comes back out with another 1st down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They'll try the run. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Well, you don't see this very often, so much for fighting till the bitter end as they will concede defeat. All the plays, all the plans, all the schemes, and it will be decided on this kick. And this one for the lead in the waning moments. Absolutely perfect. And with that, they've taken the lead. That was fun, and it was big time. And it is a confidence builder to come through waning moments and win a game like that.
Confidence builder, dream maker, right? Those are the things you dreamed about in the backyard, throwing it up with the clock running down. You're going to make the play to win. Your offense is going to come through in the clutch. Jesse, that's exactly what they did.
No doubt about it, David. That's a tough situation to be in. There's so much pressure on these individual players to have to step up and have to make that big play. But you could see the belief they had in each other, the respect they have for each other, and now moving forward, this is a huge confidence builder for this team.
And with that, the season comes to a close for these two teams. Another bowl game is all wrapped up, and we are finished as well. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, thanking our entire crew and thanking you for being with us for another presentation of EA Sports College Football. We'll see you next season.